is R.J. Davis, who is second-team All-Conference this year, and Seth Trimble also joining us. R.J., before we open up questions to the media, just your excitement on last night and seeing your name on the board.
I was very excited seeing our name pop up on the screen and being in the play-in tournament, just getting the opportunity to play. It's March Madness. I mean, this is what you play for. You set a goal at the beginning of the year to be in this tournament and succeed. So just to see our name pop up on the screen, I was just overly excited. I had a smile across my face, and I was ready to hoop.
Seth, the same question.
Super grateful, super blessed. I didn't have the most expressing reaction, but I was just kind of really locked in on the show and just saw our name really quickly. And then I saw that we'd have a chance to be able to play Milwaukee, where I'm from. So it was a bunch of emotions for me. But like I just said, just to get a chance to play in this tournament and succeed here, what you want to do is, I mean, it's a surreal experience and, I mean, something that only a few people can, accomplish. So we're grateful.
For those that are here, if you have a question, raise your hand. We'll get you a microphone. Let's start in the first row on the end.
Andrew Jones, Tar Heel Illustrated. You mentioned your reaction on that video that went viral. What was going through your mind, and what have you heard about your reaction? What somebody said to you that kind of?
I was just shocked. I mean, I expected ourselves to make the tournament, but the show had literally just started, so I was kind of just zoned out a little bit or locked in, whatever you want to say. And then it was a crazy full circle moment for me because my dad and I 2 days ago were just talking about, how we could get the opportunity to play in Milwaukee. And, I always joke about what Coach Davis bringing the team to Milwaukee, playing a game against Marquette, whatever it is. But now we actually get the opportunity. So a bunch of things are going on in my mind, but that was definitely the biggest one. And I've seen a lot of people say, I don't know if you're familiar with this, clip farming or farming. That's what we say in this generation. So I've seen a lot of jokes from it, but I was really just locked in on the show. And I mean, super excited in the moment. Yeah.
This is for both you guys. When you saw Louisville pop up as an 8, did you think, oh crap, if they're an 8, we might be in trouble?
I mean, I just think because Louisville had a really good year, and I feel like an 8 seed was kind of disrespectful to them. So, but then I didn't really know where we were going to end up as. So it was kind of just like a guessing game, what seed we were going to be. So, yeah.
I just took it as
before you answer that, Seth, just a question for some of the folks that weren't able to hear it. It was the thought of Louisville opening up as an 8 seed and where that was in their minds and playing in the same conference. Go ahead, Seth. Sorry.
I just took it as a sign of disrespect to our conference, honestly. I know we've had somewhat of a down year this year in the ACC, but I feel like every single year, once it comes to March, the ACC does a great job. But I think it was just a little bit disrespectful. Louisville had a great year. They had a really good tournament run in the ACC tournament, so that's all I really saw it as. I wasn't worried about for us.
On the other side of the aisle in the first row.
Finding out where you're going to play, who you're playing, getting up here, everything. Can you kind of describe what that whole, this last day or so has been like?
It's been a whole lot of anticipation, I feel like. The last we had practice yesterday, and we practiced around 4 o'clock, I think, and while we were practicing, we had no idea. Coach Davis gathered us around and told us as of right now he doesn't know, but we're going to practice and we're gonna focus like we're playing, in the next couple of days. He said we'll most likely be playing Tuesday or Wednesday, and we all knew that was the deal. But a whole lot of anticipation. We watched the show as a team, as y'all saw. So it was just fine. We were finally able to release that excitement, when we saw the good news. So.
RJ, you want to chime in on that?
I agree with what Seth said. I think it was a quick turnaround for us. Obviously, things happening so quick. You find out that you're playing either Tuesday or Wednesday. We found out last night that we were playing Tuesday, so we had to hop on a plane. Just didn't know what time we were leaving yet, and then just overly just mentally getting ready to play our best game. Because obviously travel happens, and you got pack and understand that you're going down there to play a game, and then hopefully, God willing, be ready to fly the next day or the next night. The same night over to Milwaukee. So it's really just like a mentally preparing yourself for traveling, but at the same time going to win some games. So quick turnaround from practice to watching the selection show Sunday, and then just going back to your apartments and just getting ready for a road trip.
Second row on the end.
Adam Smith with Inside Carolina. Guys, hello. Just wanted to ask, if you think about this season as a whole, all the way back to Kansas, Maui, so much has happened and gone on, the ups and downs. Do you in any way look at getting into this tournament as sort of like a clean start or a clean slate, given the ride that this thing has looked like this season?
RJ?
Yeah, 100%. I think anytime you enter March, it's a new season. And given the way our season went, it's been an up and down year, but been very fortunate and grateful for the opportunity we've had to be in this tournament and kind of have like a clean slate. It's 0-0. What happened in the regular season, what happened in the AC tournament is now in the past, and we're focused on winning some games in March. So you got to have that mindset and that mentality going into it, because it could be anyone's game. And I think that's been shown previously throughout the whole years of March Madness. So, but it's a fun time. And at the same time, it's just like one game at a time. And you got to have that approach. You got to have that preparation going into each game, each practice, because it could be anyone's game. So it's a clean slate for sure.
Seth?
I agree absolutely what Archie said. It's a clean slate. We're not looking back on what went wrong this season and what went right for us this year, because if we do that, we'll know we get left behind. There's no time for that. So we're looking on to San Diego State today, and then we go from there. So it's 0-0, but yeah, there's no time to look back into the past.
Third row in the middle.
Will Martin, University of Dayton Media. In the past seasons, teams have talked about the do-or-die feeling in the first four. How do you stay calm and confident in that kind of environment?
Seth?
It's been do or die for us for the last month, so we're good. We're good. Simple as that.
RJ, do or die mentality.
I agree with what Seth said.
Other questions for our student athletes? Let's go to the back row here.
Paul Chu, University of Dayton Media. For RJ, this is your 5th year with the Tar Heels, showing your loyalty and commitment towards the team. How are you going to use your experience and knowledge coming into the first four tournament?
That's a great question. Really just rely on my teammates and my coaching staff. Obviously, being in college for a long time, 5 years, but then experiencing what I experienced in March Madness and the NCAA tournament. It's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. From playing in the Final Four national championships to Sweet 16s to Elite Eights, those is what you dream of, and it's a hard route to get there. So my approach, my mentality is kind of just, stay confident, stay composed, one game at a time, and understand that, we have a team behind us that can really do a lot of great things. And like Seth said, it was a do-or-die situation for us for the past month. And whether we realized it or not, we performed at a high level. So I think that's a good sign for us, knowing that when our back's against the wall, when pressure's on us, we're able to perform at a high level. And we don't really see it as pressure. And I think that's what will be my message to the team. It's really about the opportunity and what are you going to do with the opportunity? What are you going to do with, are you going to take advantage of it? And I feel like we did it the past month, and we just got to carry this over into the stretch.
And just an additional thing. So you posted earlier, about a day ago, that you're very blessed to have this opportunity. Can you further explain what you meant by that post?
Yeah, I just rely my relationship on with God and putting all my faith and trust into Him. And He doesn't make any mistakes. You may always have questions of why things are happening to you and why things may not go your way, but I lean on Him when times are rough, even when they're going well for me. And what I meant by that is just I'm blessed to be in another position to put on this jersey one more last time because this is my last year playing basketball. So I want to go out with a bang, and God just told me He wasn't done with me yet. So I'm just really just take full advantage of it.
Other questions for Seth and RJ? Let's go to the third row in the back.
Hey, Patrick Sobuski from University of Dayton. You guys coming in as 11 seed, last team in the field. It's the lowest UNC's ever been seeded. Do you feel as if you have something to prove for this tournament?
Seth?
Absolutely. I think we've all kind of felt the hate, the disagreement, all that from everybody outside of the Carolina family and fan base. So, I mean, we're just running with it. We definitely feel like we got something to prove. We wanted to be better this year, but, we deal with the cards at hand. So, absolutely.
RJ?
Yeah, 100%. I mean, for us to, be considered 11 team and you have, people asking, do you guys think you're a tournament team? Like, that irks my soul because I know we are and I know what we're capable of. So it's really just about proving ourselves right rather than people wrong.
RJ, when the Tar Heels are at their best, what does that basketball look like?
When the Tar Heels are at their best, that basketball is so much fun to watch. You watch us get up and down in transition. You watch us for a full 40-minute game, executing our defensive game plan really well. We're sharing the basketball. Like, it goes down the list. You have multiple guys that can score double figures any type of night, and we lay our hat on whatever it takes. And that's been a huge emphasis for us. Coach Davis came up with that motto, and each game we always ask ourselves, like, we always tell ourselves whatever it takes to win this game. And that's Carolina basketball for you, and that's when we're moving the right path and succeeding.
And then, Seth, the best quality of this basketball team?
I think just the heart and the passion that we've shown in spurts throughout the year. That is absolutely there. We haven't shown it every single minute of the season. We haven't shown it every game, but when it's there, you just feel and see kind of how much it raises the whole just level of this team. So
let's go to the third row on the aisle.
Luke DeCock from the Raleigh News and Observer. For either of you guys, wanted to talk a little bit specifically about sort of Friday night and kind of after the Duke game. You've got a day and a half till the selection show. Everyone's saying you're still in, now you're out. How did you guys sort of manage those emotions? Obviously, you go ahead and practice, but that there's so much uncertainty and it's out of your control now. How did you guys kind of deal with that, and what were those emotions like?
Seth?
For me, personally, I was able to control myself. I was okay. I was confident when I was talking to the media and they were asking all these questions after the game. I was very confident that, we put ourselves in a good enough position just to get a bid in this tournament. And then, I didn't worry because my dad always tells me, what God has for you, no man can be against. So, if he puts us in the tournament, we're in the tournament. If he doesn't put us in the tournament, then we're not. Whatever happens is because of him, and it's just the right thing, whether we appreciate it or not. So I was able to be at peace with it.
RJ?
Yeah, I completely agree with what Seth said. I just think after the game, Friday going into Saturday, you have like a lot of emotions and feelings, thoughts about what's next, what's going to happen, the uncertainty level. But I think worrying about it is out of your control. Like, we have no control of whether we're going to make the tournament or not. And it was all up in the air, and it was all up in God's hands. And that's when you lean on him the most. And that's where, where Seth is saying and when I'm saying, like, all of our faith and confidence was leaning on the Lord. And, yes, we're mad about the game, but at the same time, we still had prep, and we understood that we could be possibly playing Tuesday. So it was kind of just like deal with your emotions now, but then be ready and be prepared to play Tuesday. So that was really just everything that happened within the next 36, 48 hours.
Any more questions for our student athletes? RJ, Seth, we really appreciate your time. We're really excited to watch you play tomorrow night.
Thank you,
you,
sir.
appreciate it.
Appreciate y'all.